Hey Cancer, what is going on? Welcome in. I am Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at your energy for the next couple weeks. So I hope all is well in your world. There's been a lot going on astrologically. We're in the middle of a Mercury retrograde. So keep that in mind. Retrogrades bring things up, things that we're not dealing with presently, that haven't really been dealt with from the past. Old people, places, and things, habits, and patterns. So really pay attention to that. Black Moon Lilith is in the 6th house of Virgo right now. So, or I guess it depends what your natal chart is, but she is in Virgo. So there is a lot of emphasis on really making sure that you're staying grounded and taking care of your heart, your mind, your body, and soul. With that in mind, we'll start off with an energy cleansing just to set the tone, remove any blocks, obstacles that we're coming into. This is also a really good time to set intention. So if you're going through something and you need direction, guidance, you want to hear a specific message, it's a really good time to ask Spirit to deliver those to you. All right, Cancer, let's get going. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release any blocks, obstacles to our highest and best. Remove any doubt, insecurity, lack of value, lack of worth. Help make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Amen. All right, let's get going, Cancer. Let's see what's going on. So, like I said, we're in Mercury retrograde for the rest of the month. We're still in Aries season, so that value of really empowering yourself in places that need a little more TLC, right? Need attention. Really going after what we want, what we desire. And there is this kind of dichotomy playing out where, like I was saying, with retrogrades, it often brings up or rehashes the past. So we might be seeing people, places, and things come back into our lives, maybe pop off a little bit. Be really mindful, remain grounded to the best of your ability. Such a powerful card. So you're really tapping into your abundance these next couple weeks. What I'm hearing is that, you know, yeah, there's stuff going on for you, but at the same time, you're able to rise above. You're not letting any perceived blocks or obstacles that come in limit you, which I love, because that's another message that's been coming through in the zodiac signs, is finding that flow, finding freedom. Yeah, releasing from the toxicity. So there is this dichotomy of understanding what is your abundance versus what is toxic for you. This message, like I said, it's been coming up in a lot of the zodiac readings because we are in a time, in a period of releasing and letting go, especially with Pluto moving into Aquarius. Aquarian energy really allows us to bring in our wishes, our hopes, our dreams, things that maybe we didn't even expect to want or manifest in our life. But it's that reminder that we have to do the work to get there. Yeah, that fire energy. So finding that inspiration, that drive, that passion over the next couple weeks. For you, Cancer, I really feel like when you see this toxicity a little more clearly, it's going to help give you that inspiration that you might be looking for, right? Or that you need to kind of move on to the next level, so to speak, right? Finding balance in it all. I hear that, right? Vacillating back and forth between what is your abundance, what makes you happy, what makes you fulfilled, and making sure not to dip back into toxic behaviors, whether that's coming from you or people, places, and things that surround yourself with, right? We are a product of our environment. As above, so below, as within, so without. So we really want to make sure that we're not forcing, or yeah, I don't know, like maybe I want to say forcing the issue, but I'm also hearing like asking too much of ourselves. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of anxiety about what's on the horizon. And maybe just even in relationships where there is conflict, where something doesn't really seem right. The best thing you can do is pay attention. If you don't have proof, right? If you don't kind of have that solid proof about what someone's intentions are, how they're showing up, 5 of Swords, really setting these boundaries, strong boundaries for your own self, for your heart, your mind, your soul. And I'm hearing, even if like you're not interested in cutting someone off or a situation, you're not ready to leave a situation yet, 5 of Swords is that energy of creating distance for ourselves, right? You know, being, not covetous. Sorry about that one. But, you know, being really protective over our energy, really not giving in, even in those places that Black Moon Lilith comes in, that she tricks or dangles the carrot in front of us, the little temptress that she can be. Yeah, because you're in a space of new beginnings. I like that. The Fool energy, this, you know, sometimes the Fool can be a little bit destabilizing because it's a place we've never been. It's a new cycle that you're walking into. And it can feel destabilizing in the fact that you haven't been down this road before. So there's a lot of learning around what you're moving towards. And you're kind of in this process of like, okay, so I see things as they are. These are my options in front of me. What am I going to choose moving forward? And I get this element of you, Cancer, being very whimsical, like having a lot of fun with this. You do feel really abundant. You feel like your energy's pretty good over these next couple weeks is what I see. Yeah, there are some things that need to be addressed around this toxicity. So again, bear in mind whether that's coming from your own world, your own self, your internal self, habits, patterns, thoughts that we might think, etc. Or if that's coming from outside of you. Because in your environment, there's a lot of clarity, like things coming to head, more information coming out. And this is actually, again, what is catering towards your abundance. So you're seeing things pretty clearly, right? There's a lot of disappointment with how things have moved, especially people, places, and things that you're dealing with. But because you're setting these boundaries, because you're being a little bit more protective of your energy, it is sending off a certain message. And I think this message of like, don't F with Cancer, no, that's what I heard. But no, but yes, you know, it might not be in such an aggressive way. You know, yeah, there's clarity all across the board. We have Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords, the Sun, the Fool, new beginnings, right? So there's realizations that are coming through right now. And it's stuff that you can't avoid, that other people can't avoid. Yes, I feel like this is more perpetuated off your energy. This is of your choosing because it feels good, because it feels empowering, because you're not in a space where you're giving away your energy. You know, yes, I think that there are some things that are disappointing, right? Like that you feel bad about. Maybe you're feeling your heartstrings get pulled back a little bit into the past over the next couple weeks. That really aligns with the energy of Mercury in retrograde. So don't fear it, you know. This could be partnership. This could be relationship that you're walking away from that has been too toxic, that you just don't need around you anymore is what I'm hearing. You're blocking some level of commitment or like opening yourself up to people, places, and things. Yeah, there's that 5 of Swords, right? So being very picky about who and what you choose. And not just within love. Yeah, you might be in a space where you are reevaluating your love relationships. Obviously, these are collective readings. So use your discernment. What fits for you, leave the rest for someone else. I do personal readings as well. So if you're interested, definitely hit me up. I think all that info is in the description box below. So yeah, again, setting those strong boundaries because you want the change. you're pushing for that change, right? So we have, and you're getting it. You're in this place where I'm like, yeah, I might not be 100% certain how this is going to all fare out, but I'm willing to take a chance. I'm willing to take a choice in new direction. It might, again, feel a little destabilizing, so Spirit's reminding us to remain balanced in the process. Don't expect too much from yourself. Finding a little more balance and harmony in your daily routine, you know. When we get these moments of inspiration, they can be really exciting, but sometimes we do wear out our energy, especially if it is coming from that more fiery space. Fire is creation, it's invention, it is bringing things, you know, into manifestation, but it can also be, right, like that quick burning energy that we often see. So making sure that you're not getting too burned out. Yeah, there we go, burdens. So, and you know what, I think through the process, it might not feel, and this goes back to what I was just saying, getting too burned out, it might feel a little arduous. It might not look exactly how you expected it to look, right? Because walking into this reading, you're very happy, you're content, like, I'm doing it, I'm getting to where I want to be, and this feels really heart honoring. But again, there's still this like heavy undertone. This to me is like duality at its finest. Two opposite ends of the spectrum, tapping into our abundance, knowing that we are limitless versus that which limits and restricts us. And the toxic energy is pretty low vibey, right? Like, we don't want to be known as a toxic person, or, you know, we don't want to show up in relationships in a toxic way. A lot of that takes self-awareness. And awareness of self, it's a practice, it's learning, getting to know who you are, right? So that you're not diving into those behaviors, or that you're not allowing people in your environment that emanate that vibe as well. And you're making it happen. I feel like these next couple weeks, it's gonna be a process of moving through the changes. Yes, there are some stresses and burdens from it, but at the same time, you're overcoming. Yeah, I love that snowy owl. I've been doing a lot of bird watching with one of the kids, and it's just so amazing, you know, just how magnificent these creatures are. Tapping into your intuition, that higher space of knowing. This is going to help you overcome whatever questions you have, the places that you don't feel so certain, you don't feel so balanced, where you're giving your energy away. Continue to trust what your intuition is telling you, because it's guiding you forward. And honestly, the more you tap into this, Cancer, the easier it's going to be. Yeah, it doesn't take out the stuff that is a little more on the toxic end of things, but it helps you it helps it not be so annoying, right? It helps, like, when we listen to our intuition. I just had this situation the other day with someone. Something feels off, right? But there's not anything that's happening in real time. I haven't seen them in a while, met up with them, and it was like things started to click. I was like, oh, well, that's why it feels weird. That's why it feels off. Listening to what this person was saying, right? How they're engaging with other people in their lives. Not to be a Debbie Downer, not to throw shade to this person. We all have places that we do it, right? But it was also that value of finally having a little more confirmation as to why it didn't fit, why it didn't feel right. The Ram and the Delilah. I love this. Dahlia, sorry. Determination, yeah. So determination to overcome. I kept seeing, you know, the Ram like pushing his head forward with all of his strength, all of his might. And like I said, I do feel like you have this down pat over the next couple weeks, Cancer. Even though there is some heavy energy around this fire, the salamander, the lizard, and the pitcher plant stagnation, overcoming some of that stagnation, overcoming some of the places that it does feel a little bit overwhelming, determination to push through, to rise above, right? Because when we do feel good, when we have our abundance, it can be really easy to rest on our laurels, right? And, that works, but then we have to pick up and keep moving on. Yeah, I love this. The raccoon, curiosity. Be curious about what the future holds, right? Because you are in this energy. To me, the Fool is like a blank slate where you can create. You can paint on that canvas what you want your life to look like, how you want to bring that in, who you want to do that with. So being a little bit more curious about your approach, taking a different approach, not getting so burned out, right, is what we're hearing. The Weasel and Pine, so introspection. Again, that confirmation. To not let yourself get sucked into the toxicity, the people, places, and things that make you feel stagnant, right? The people that, even if they're not bad, it's just like dragging you down. It's a lower vibrational energy. And being a water sign, you're very sensitive to those things in your environment. Spirit is asking you to remain faithful to your process right now. There's a lot of good that's coming in. It feels like there is a lot of momentum working for you these next couple weeks. But we want to make sure that we're not letting the toxicity create drama, create chaos, especially someone or something that is trying to stir the pot, that is trying to make it difficult. Stay grounded and balanced in yourself, self-love, self-care. The way we take care of ourselves, our well-being, mental, emotional, physical, really helps us navigate these more fiery parts of ourselves. So, Cancer, I hope this helped. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a fabulous couple weeks. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear how it resonates. I also love to support in whatever way possible. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for all the love and support to the channel. I'm sending it back your way.